Okay, so I'm going to talk about anger today. And anger is a crucial part of my midlife transition. I am a recovering people pleaser. Yes, I am the guy. I am the guy where nothing phases him. Oh, look, my car is burning down. Oh, look, someone took all my food. Oh, look, I decided to fall into a 6-foot ditch. Yay, I'm fine. No, I'm perfect. If you are friends with a people pleaser, if you're friends with someone who's very easygoing, that's just our natural thing, right? We get that. And we are. We tend to see the sides of everything, or we are really easygoing and naturally friendly. That's who we are. But we also know that deep down inside, we have a secret, a deep, dark, demonic secret, that we have this anger. And for me, I don't know if this is true for you. Please comment below if this is true for you. But I feel like if I let loose on my anger, the whole world is going to just stop and all my loved ones are going to run away. Now, this happens regardless sometimes anyway. We all know the volcano sits there, right? And it builds and builds and builds. And all of a sudden, pop, it just blows. And I think in this, our society is people pleasing anyway. I don't think enough people really lose their top. But the problem is that, and you know this, I mean, we see this everywhere. Anger, violence, and aggression. And those three things are not linked, but I automatically went there because that's how afraid of my anger I am sometimes. I believe anger leads to violence and aggression, and we see it coming out sideways everywhere. I don't even have to name anything. You know what they are in our society. Young, midlife, older men that don't know how to deal with their anger. Now, this is not a scare tactic. I'm not saying you're going to become this if you don't deal with it. What has really helped me, and this is the point of the video, is that anger has led to action for me. Just a few days ago, I was working through some depression, really strong emotions, and my stuck point, my block is apathy. Who cares? Who friggin' cares? The whole world's burning. Doesn't really matter. Coaching, art, it doesn't matter anymore. And so I'll get into a dark place, and I know now that I'll just sit with it. I'll listen to it. I'll let it speak its voice. I'll sit with it. And then I know I have to get angry. Because normally what happens is, with me, when I'm angry, it's part of its boundaries. Something has invaded my boundaries. Someone's done wrong to me and I didn't say anything, or I didn't do enough to say no to keep my boundaries intact. Something happened. And for me, I was getting a lot of doubts about coaching. I was getting a lot of doubts about what I should be doing the new year and why am I not jumping into gear, right? And then I realized, like, it got to a point where, okay, enough sitting here and listening to just straight up metalcore. I have to do something. And I did that. And heavy metal is a great outlet for me. It helps me to get in touch with that anger. And what I do is I punch a pillow. I punch and scream into a pillow. I jump on my bed and I just punch and punch and scream and scream. And that gets it out. That helps me. And when I see, almost automatically, if not the next day, but the day after, like it happened today, when I got angry 2 days ago, I'll jump into gear. All the clouds will clear away and I'll know what to do next. Because generally, like Julia Cameron said in The Artist Way, anger is a map, okay? Anger isn't just anger. You're angry at something. It's a map on where to go, right? If you're angry about something, I don't like that person. Why do they tell me about it? What is it about that person? Now, we can get into some psychology about like projections and shadow, about how it's actually you're angry at yourself and not them. And I get that part. I'm not a therapist. I'm not going to go into it. But you're angry at something. For me, I was angry at myself. And I think this happens a lot to us. Introverted, introspective, sensitive, creative men types, right? We get angry at ourselves. Like, why did I do that? Why am I so stupid? You get angry with yourself. But you don't want to get angry at yourself. You don't want to like be hurting yourself. So you just sort of push that anger away. It doesn't matter. It does matter. We can't go our entire lives. If you've gone your first half never getting in an argument, never getting angry, always taking it in, that just soaks you in so much shame and guilt and depression, right? I'm not saying this is the elixir to happiness, okay? I'm just saying this is all about balance and wholeness in your second half. And for me, getting in touch with my anger was a key element. And one of the things I learned, first off, you're not going to think you're angry. You're not. You're not going to think you're angry at all. I didn't think I was angry. I'm not an angry person. What are you talking about? I'm not angry. I don't have any anger issues. You do, because you're a human being. And your body knows. Your brain might push it to, into a corner somewhere of like, doesn't matter. For me, it was an Eastern spirituality, right? I think I tried to leapfrog the anger and go into like compassion, like, it's okay, everybody's okay, I'm fine. That doesn't really get rid of it either. I hate to say, like, it's okay to strive towards compassion and connection, but until you really work on yourself and have you feel these things, that's not going to last very much. It only takes, so much to get you going. And you've gotten angry before. You may not get angry all the time, but you've gotten angry before. Why not in a healthy way? And so there's lots of books out there. I can't think of the names of them right now. Maybe I'll list them later on. I'm getting a book from the library. I'm rereading that one. That taught me how to about anger. I'll put that in the comments because I want to check it out real quick. But anyway, anger is so important. It's so important because I think it's something that we as men, especially now, today, are afraid of showing. I think we see a lot of anger at a lot of people, and we don't want. For me, I kind of felt like anger wasn't compatible with a caring person. A caring, good person doesn't get angry. I don't know where I got that. I have some ideas, and we all go through these things. We grew up with these ideas, or we pick up these things from school or culture or whatever. But I thought that if I was angry at somebody or angry in general, I couldn't be a good caring person. They were incompatible. They are completely compatible. And it's actually what makes a whole person. It's what we do with that anger. It's how we get that anger out healthy. So put on some safety goggles and go break something, all right? Punch a pillow, scream into the pillow. Go out in the woods like I used to do too. Drive out to the woods, close the door, roll up the windows, and scream your head off. Throw on some music and scream your head off. You need to get that anger out. And as soon as that anger, your depression will, again, I'm not a therapist, I'm not prescribing anything, but for me, what's helped me is that I automatically feel a little bit lighter. I'm a little bit more tired because all that anger comes out. And we have plenty to be angry about. Just look around you. But in your past specifically, put down in the comments below, what are you angry about? And what are you doing about that anger? How are you getting in touch with that anger? I think this has been a very important talk for me, and these lessons that I've told you that have helped me, and I hope hopefully it can help you. You really need to get in touch with your anger. Being angry in a healthy way is very important to let out, and as well as all of our emotions: sadness, grief, depression, as well as joy. And you'll see, for me, the depression and anger are two sides of the same coin. Two sides of the same coin. And to the point now where, like, I know a couple days ago when I was feeling depressed, I'm like, okay, I gotta get angry. I gotta do something. And I did. I feel better for it. So it may work for you. It works for me. That's it for today. That's about anger. Be safe and be well. Put on your safety goggles. And please remember this real quick. As a midlife metal man, you guys know, you don't headbang with your neck, okay? You gotta headbang with your whole body. Because if you're screaming into a pillow and you're headbanging and, you can pull your neck. Not that that happened to me, but that kind of happened to me. So be careful, okay? You don't just, when you're punching pillows all day long, you might throw your shoulder out. Just, again, another word of warning, all right? Take care. Be well. Be safe.